Okay, here's a look at NewAge H50 Scott, which is their version of a legend scaled mini masterpiece, Hound. So first thing as always, let's just take a quick look at the box. So here you could see the front of the box is designed giving homage to the original Diaclone box. So that's kind of cool. And then back here we have a scene from the cartoon, and then the side of the box, product images, both robot, vehicle mode, other side, same thing. The top with that cool layout of the transformation sequence, and the bottom. I forgot what this is called, but you know, here's the schematics of the dimensions, and another product image with the canopy. So that's a look at the box. And now, let's take a closer look at the figure. So here is a Hound. So typical NewAge, you could see that it has that nice paint finish, which gives it a nice glossy look, and the materials and plastic. Typical NewAge, but in terms of proportion, the only issue I have with this is like the arms, what I like to call these Popeye arms. But other than that, it looks okay, in my opinion. And now let's just go over the accessories. So this is everything that it comes with in terms of accessories. So first, let's go over this. This is really cool. Here's a part for their auto spike figure that they're coming out with. So this is really nice. I'm really looking forward to this. And I hope they don't use this as an opportunity to get you to buy all these other NewAge figures that you don't really want. So hopefully other parts will come with their upcoming Huffer and wind charger. And then you also get this cool accessory, this canopy with a nice transparent blue window. I'll show that off in vehicle mode, but that's really cool. And then we have his shoulder cannon here, which is nicely sculpted, cartoon accurate with a nice silver paint finish. And then we have his spare tire, which is really nice. And his handgun, which is nicely sculpted, cartoon accurate with that little cutout at the tip there. Nicely painted silver, and the hologram done in this nice transparent blue color, which is really cool. And the last accessory for the figure, you get the gun for his vehicle mode. And then you do get the Ravage cage, which is really cool. I think this is better than Magic Square because one, it is shaped in a rectangular shape, so it is cartoon accurate, but the color is wrong. It should be like a lighter gray color, but still this is a nice accessory to have. So that's what you get in terms of accessories. And as always, the instructions or the detailed drawings. So here you could see, first of all, I don't like how they did not number it, so that's not really good design there. But if you're looking at this, you could see that this does look like a little complicated transformation sequence, but I can tell you, like, after you play around with it and you know what you're doing, it's actually not that complicated at all. I think Magic Square's recent figures are much more complicated than this. But this is just a look at the accessories, and you have the QR code you could scan and check that out if you want. So now, back to the figure. So let's first get him all dressed up here. So here we have his shoulder gun, which here I think you could have it like in his hand if you want, but here for the shoulder, you fold it up and then you could see you tab it in right here, give it a good squeeze, and it's nice that you can articulate it up and down, or even rotate it if you want. So that's cool. And then you do get his spare tire, which you attach to the back here on that peg. So it is a little bit of a parts former as expected, but that's cool. It's good enough. So there you could see that's what he looks like. And he also has his handgun, which is really cool. Nicely sculpted, painted silver, just plug that in, which is really cool. And you can have that hologram thing, which is really cool. I like the way they sculpted it. You zoom in here so you could see that it does fit into the shape here, this little cutout. So you could see, so I think that's a really nice touch there. So now he looks really, really cool like this. So let's do this. Let's compare this with the animation model so we could see how well they captured the cartoon aesthetics. So you can see they did a nice job capturing the cartoon aesthetics. It's not 100% accurate, and that's, you know, because this is such a small figure that there's so many panels and parting lines. It's kind of hard to sculpt that in, but for the most part, all things considered, for a small figure, I think they did a really nice job. So this looks really nice. So now for comparison, I think one comparison everyone would like to see is how does he measure up with next to Magic Square's version of Hound. And yeah, you could see Hound, Magic Square looks, you know, I think a little bit proportionately better. He does have a little long legs, but I don't know if that was an aesthetic choice, you know, like fashion design. If you see the way they draw their sketches, they're really long legs, or even the comic book styles, really long legs. But either way, you know, there's just, overall this looks more cartoon accurate in my opinion. And here, NewAge, because it's so small, I mean, these are the consequences. He does have these really bulky forearms, like Popeye. But other than that, you could see they actually both look really nice, in my opinion. But like I said, Magic Square's proportion looks a little bit more cartoon accurate to me. And, you know, in terms of the finish, the paint, the materials and stuff, obviously NewAge looks better, but that's not to say one's better than the other. It's just your preference, because this dull pale color doesn't bother me at all. And like I said many times, this actually matches the cartoon. But interestingly, Magic Square is doing more paint figures, their EX version. So I don't know how you feel about that. I don't want to be suckered into buying a whole second set of painted figures, which is what maybe they should have done in the first place. But anyways, I go rambling on and on. I think now what's good to see is how he looks with some of the other figures. So here he is with his buddy Mirage, and you could see what this looks like. Again, Magic Square looks more cartoon accurate to me. Like I'll just show you Mirage. You can see that white stripe on his crotch there. NewAge, it's missing it. It's kind of with the nice die cast though, but that's not cartoon accurate. So there's just the differences. It just depends on what your preference is, what you know, like and prefer. And then of course, we gotta have their buddy Cliff Jumper, and this just makes the set look even better. so you can see how that looks. I mean, this looks nice. This has a nice premium look. It's kind of like a novelty. But this one definitely is more cartoon accurate. Although I don't like how I had to paint the forearm silver because it's red, which is not cartoon accurate, and I don't think Magic Square is going to remake a Cliff Jumper. But another figure I think that actually belongs here is a Trailbreaker. So you could just kind of see what that looks like. These guys, they look really nice. So that's just a look at him in robot mode. And real quick, I don't like doing articulation because it's usually all the same, but let's come up here so you could see. Well, first of all, let's take a nice look at that head. It's really nicely sculpted for such a small head. Really nice. I like those eyes, the light green for the face. But anyways, it is on a ball joint, so it can go up, down, side to side, all around. The shoulders, same thing on a ball joint, so it can go up, down, side to side, all around. Biceps swivel, elbows can go up and down. The wrist can rotate around because it's on a ball joint. And then here the waist, you do get a waist swivel and a ab crunch, so that's nice. The legs can go up, out to the side. You do get a knee bend, and you do get a slight ankle rocker because the foot is on a ball joint. So again, just your standard good amount of articulation, which is why I don't feel it's necessary to point out articulation unless there's something to be aware of. But really nice. So great looking figure, nicely painted, nicely sculpted, good articulation. So now let's just go ahead and transform him to vehicle mode and take a look at what that looks like. Okay, here's a look at Hound in his alt mode, and you can see this is another great looking figure by NewAge with the paint finish that gives it this nice glossy premium look to it. The plastic, the materials, feels really good. Yeah, so it's a really nice looking figure. So first, let's just compare this with the animation model so we could see how well they captured the cartoon aesthetics, and they did a really nice job even capturing the color of this front engine here, where it's that light green color instead of silver like what Magic Square did. And even the back view looks really nice. Same thing, nothing really to point out. I mean, all the details are there, that orange, yellow triangle, the rear lights and stuff. So really nice job. So now let's just compare this with the Magic Square, because yeah, I think this is an important comparison to make. I actually think I need to do a versus or comparison of these two, because there's a lot of differences between the two, you know, and that's not to say one's better than the other. They're just differences. And so one is obviously Magic Square is much bigger, NewAge is smaller, but as a result of being smaller, you get all these panel lines and parting lines and stuff like that. And with Magic Square, because theirs is bigger, they can put in all this extra nice detail, make it look more cartoon accurate. But they make some choices which, you know, I don't fully understand. Like I was telling you, the engine there, it should be this light colored green like on NewAge, not this silver color, which is like more the toy version. So yeah, there's some choices there that are different. And even the gun here, it should be a gray, not this light green color. And here you could see this is cartoon accurate with the base being green and the gray for the gun. So yeah, I can go on and on, but the main thing is there are differences back and forth which make one, you know, better looking than the other. But again, it's just what your preference is. But for me, I'll tell you again that I do like Magic Square because it is, for the most part, more cartoon accurate. And I like NewAge because it just has that look and feel of like a premium novelty figure. So yeah, I actually like both. So anyways, that's a comparison between both of those. Okay, here we have Hound back in robot mode, and my final thoughts on this figure. This is a really nice figure. I really like it. It's nicely sculpted. The paint finish, obviously, the materials, the plastic quality, stuff like that. Typical NewAge. It's a really nice figure. It's not perfect in that, you know, the proportions might be a little off, like the Popeye arms that I told you about. But for the most part, you know, this is really a nice figure. And when you compare it with Magic Square, it's really hard to say because there's just differences back and forth between the two. So it's just an ongoing battle between NewAge and Magic Square. But as far as this figure goes, I really like it. I like it for different reasons. I like it because it's a really small novelty figure that has a really nice look and feel to it that gives you this premium feel to it. So yeah, that's my final thoughts on it. It's a really nice figure. And I think what's really important is the that it comes with the part for auto spike. So this is definitely worth getting, in my opinion, because I know everyone wants to get the auto spike figure. And you know, of course, you get all these other accessories which are really nice. And I do want to get this all set up, but I do maybe want to use a silver Sharpie and paint it silver so that it's definitely more cartoon accurate. So those are my final thoughts. This is a really nice figure. I'm not saying this is better than Magic Square. There's just differences between the two. And I like this for different reasons. Magic Square I like for more the cartoon aesthetics, and NewAge, you know, I like because it just has this cool novelty feeling to it. And do I recommend this figure? Well, that's all up to you based on what your preference is, you know. Do you like this or do you like the Magic Square version? So I can just say you can't go wrong either way. So again, that's my final thoughts.
Ravage, this key's not for you.